is it makes the retrospective score a little tough. But first, let's talk about MVP. Who's your MVP?
Well, MVP here, I gotta, even though I have some of his songs towards the bottom here, I gotta give it to McCartney.
I do too.
His concept, he still has some unbelievable tracks on here, and I just don't think Harrison only has one tune. Obviously, Ringo only has one tune. John doesn't have very many songs.
Yeah, it's definitely Paul.
This is where you really start to see McCartney kind of put on that creative leadership, whereas either previously it had been shared, or in the early days been more Lennon dominated. But
all right,
McCartney for me is too. Same exact reasons you said. Retrospectively, I think I gave this.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Just gotta pull this up and all that good stuff.
This is really about a 9 for me, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, there's too many songs that are just
boom, boom.
Yeah.
I wonder now that we're live if we can
I'm
change this.
I think the B-side
change it up a little.
Takes a considerable dip down, and the more I listen to it, the less enthusiastic I am about this record compared to their other albums. Still, though, I mean, you have so many iconic tracks.
I don't even know how many people we got in here. What's up, everybody? Just getting it all sorted out.
It's no fantastic at the time. And I think if you live through this period, those are the people that really.
Oh, we already got 13 in here. Sorry, this looks so awful. That for some reason it's not picking up our camera for some reason here, but it'll be fine whenever we actually go and stream on Twitch. We are still doing the Twitch stream, y'all. All right, let me pull this up. All right, there we go,
guys. What's up, guys? Hey, no autographs. What's up? Yeah, 90s camcorder. You got it.
It for some reason it keeps pulling up an error, and I know it looks abysmal. But what can you do, man? What can you do? I'm trying to see if I can change it right now, but I don't think it's gonna allow it.
It's fine.
We'll only be here like 15 minutes, y'all, and then we'll be over on Twitch. But anyways, man.
Yeah, it is not quite there we go.
Yeah, it's taking it straight from the laptop, but at least the mics, I believe, working. But anyways, man, time to get talking. Y'all showed out. Really appreciate it. Had like 60 people in there at the end, so that was just fantastic. Really appreciate that, y'all. The discussion was killing it, man. Discussion
definitely
was killing it.
Definitely a lot of different takes on this one. Revolver was, I don't think there was as many different takes. Last week, if you're here, we did the Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Hardly any different takes. But this one, people are all over the place on it. Some of you erroneously think When I'm 64 is a top 5 song. Hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. But, and some of you don't like She's Leaving Home, which I also don't know what to tell you. But
yeah, that's insane. We got some hot takes going. I like what Porkins said. Sgt. Pepper is good, but extremely overrated.
It's very overrated. We kind of talked about it, Trey. I think you talked about it in the video, but I talked about it yesterday if you're in the live stream. But if you were born and of an age where you can remember Peppers coming out, you're going to hold it in this crazy high acclaim because you lived through it. And I get it. It's a perspective that the rest of us will not have. But retrospectively, going back through it, it's not even a top 5 Beatles album for me, but that's a high bar. Like, it's a very good album, no doubt. I said I still think it's a 9, but it's not in that rarefied air for me.
And I think I might agree with Scott here. I think I honestly prefer Magical Mystery Tour to this.
I think I do too.
But I know I
have it rated higher.
It's
Beatles.
Cheating. It's cheating a little bit.
It's definitely cheating because of what that second side is. But
But hey, man, somebody's gotta say it and do it, man. So we can just kind of get cracking on this. When I'm 64 was at the bottom for both of us, Dad, and that was maybe one of the hotter takes in this. And for as much as Paul was obviously the brainchild of this whole concept,
there is no concept.
Even
John said there is no concept.
You just get this kind of opening and close. Yeah, that's another thing. I think
it's not a concept album.
A bit erroneously, noted as like, oh, this is the first concept record. I think we discovered Woody Guthrie came out with the concept record in 1940. But maybe one of the first concept albums that really took a in a rock type of form and whatnot. But yeah, When I'm 64 just has never done it for me. That
Me neither.
granny type of style music, just
Like I said, in 14 plus years, maybe I'll be like, man, every time I walk into a room, I'll have that thing blasting. But for right now, no.
And let me see here. Don, I always like hearing those perspectives of people that were actually around when this happened. Don notes, to those of us around back then, like almost every Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's was the best yet, only to be surpassed with their next release.
I can see that if you lived through it. For me, this isn't even close to Revolver. That's just me.
This wouldn't be close to Revolver or Abbey Road. For me, I'd put Rubber Soul ahead of it. I'd put the White Album ahead of it.
I wouldn't put the White Album ahead of it, but I would put Rubber Soul ahead of it.
Interesting. And then I'd put MMT ahead of it. So yeah, what up, Brian? AYBL Maine.
What's up, Brian?
David, glad you're in here as well, man.
Nicole, what's up?
Nicole in here. Big time. Yeah, help, you could even argue.
Yeah, you definitely could, Porkins. You definitely could.
Then we got, I'll fly through some of these. The lovely Rita, we kind of talked about that. Good morning at number 10 here. On a lot of people's list, I see this towards the bottom.
I had it at 9. I still think I like it a lot. I think it's constructed well.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think the delivery, just kind of that lazy delivery by John is fantastic on that.
And he was really just trying to throw in he needed another song, man. And so,
well, here's where we really see the dip in John's creativity.
Big time.
In a sense of quantity, of course. Still coming out with Lucy in the Sky, and getting better, kind of with the duel right there. Let's see here. Then fixing a hole. Then Within You, Without You. That was interesting to see in the chat. A lot of people had it
last
at number 13, which I kind of expected. I know it's quite a polarizing tune. Some people just don't vibe with the Indian music instrumentation.
The first time I heard it, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Really, but I had it at 5.
Yeah, it's one that has definitely grown on me, as most of George, like Love You Too, as a lot of his, Indian-inspired songs have. So anyways, man, that's interesting. And then we go with a little, being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, another one that seems to be hit or miss for some folks, but I just think it's such a psychedelic, just dripping with that, and just the whole story kind of adds it up a level for me.
Yeah, the first time I heard it with that one, I was like, what the heck is going on as well, But yeah, I agree too. I really like it. It's so different. Like I said, they found an organ from the 1800s to bring in and record this. So it's nice to have an unlimited budget and unlimited time. Then you get in there, I guess our top 4 are all going to be the same.
What up, Anna?
A little bit different
in here. That's cool.
What's up, Anna?
Yeah, Matt Soar, Within You, Without You. He likes it the best. See, that's why I always like when we get these in. You get so many different perspectives.
Yeah, definitely.
And but yeah, Dad, top 4 here. You can tee it off with a little Lucy in the Sky. You had that at 2.
I had that at 2. Yeah, I had with a little help from my friends at 4. But you could talk me into switching those around. I know a lot of people in there, I was surprised, don't like With a Little Help from My Friends. I think it's really well done.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a lot of people say they like Octopus's Garden better, which is Trey's number 2 Ringo song. Trey loves that song.
I rep Octopus's Garden at whatever
he loves
whatever chance I can, but I still put With a Little Help from My Friends. Just a hair of it. I do think it is Ringo's best track. And just the way it starts. I like that they really gave the first lead vocal. I obviously Sgt. Pepper's is the opener, but
and I like that they pulled him down at 5 o'clock in the morning from going up the stairs and stood around him and cheered him on because they knew it was going to be very difficult for him to pull this off, and I think he pulled it off well.
And then She's Leaving Home. I had it number 2, probably a.
I had it at 3. I mean, it's a fantastic song.
Just the beauty of this song is just at another level for me. And the more I listen to it, the more I'm gripped by it and taken in. And the whole perspective too of like Paul kind of singing just from the regular storytelling perspective, and John's almost singing as the parents who, and I always note in this song, the parents aren't really concerned, it seems, with the daughter. They're more looking at like, well, why did she leave us? Well, we gave her all that we had.
Yeah, how could she do that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
As opposed to being like, oh man, where's my daughter type of thing. That's just something interesting that I've always thought of when I listen to this track, man.
I agree. And so, yeah, I had Lucia too. And of course, we had the same number one. I think it's very hard. I mean, if you've watched our Beatles top 100 songs, then great. If you haven't, cover your ears. But this is our top Beatles song, period.
Dude, yeah, A Day in the Life. This is a track that seems to have really grown in reputation as you read.
Yes, for sure.
I don't know when that switch happened. Some of you longtime, Beatles maniacs can kind of let us know that. But it seems in a lot of publications you see this in the top 5 or top 3 Beatles songs in general. And it's interesting to note, Dad, what would have happened if they would have just ended with the reprise and didn't have A Day in the Life on here? That would kind of take, I think, even a little more luster out of this.
I think it would take a lot of luster out of it. It would have been the smart way to do it if you're really doing a concept album, of course. But I think by the time they got to the arranging of this, they knew that there wasn't a concept album. They put the right song last, which they didn't always do on the previous ones that we've covered. But yeah, it's unbelievable, man. And it took them 34 hours to do this one song in comparison to less than 11 hours to record their first album. So you can just see where it's all going for them. But yeah, fantastic track.
Yeah, and that major E chord at the end, man, one of the most noteworthy noteworthy notes in all their catalog,
I
dude.
Agree.
Really big time, and Shane Nome, the ending freaks her out. That is a little jarring when you hear it. And never to see any other way.
Yeah, and that was the idea, man. It's a good way to finish it off.
Jason asked a good question here. Where would Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane rank on this album?
For me, they'd rank 2 and 3.
Yeah, honestly, for me too. I'd have it at 2 and 3, man. Those songs are just absolutely next level. I'm with Brian. I think it is the best song on this without a hey, thank you, Bait fan. Appreciate the kind words, man. Appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Henry asked a good question. Aren't you guys combining MMT and Yellow Submarine albums? Yeah, I don't even think we're gonna rank the Yellow Submarine tracks.
I don't think we are.
There's only 4.
I don't think we are.
We'll listen to it when we do the little live listening party. But I think
just those 4.
I think we're gonna do 2 weeks from now will be MMT and just a dedicated video to that.
Yeah.
But when we actually do the listening party, we'll throw on the first half of Yellow Submarine for sure.
No, we're not doing the wedding album. It's not considered an official Beatles. We'll do Past Masters though, which will cover the things that weren't released.
No, man, I'd have to buckle up for the wedding album. The Hey Jude album. Yeah, I was thinking of Lennon's wedding album.
No. Yeah, I did first. You said it earlier. Now.
What up, Tom? Up in here, man.
What up,
Jude
Tom?
Up in here. I Am the Walrus would be near the top as well. I'm with you, Scott. That would have been big time. And also shout out, happy 27th anniversary to AYBL
That's
Maine.
right.
A good job passing the 100 sub mark as well. Cover, Dad. We kind of touched on this last week. As you can see, we got it back.
We
here.
did.
If our actual camera would connect, you could see it in glorious HD.
Yeah, wait till you head over to Twitch with us to listen to this. You'll be able to see it in glorious HD and not this gimmick HP camera.
But man, just that whole idea, I think, of going into the costume, so colorful, really encapsulates, I think, 1967. And it is one of my favorite covers by them. I think I like Abbey Road just a hair more.
I do too.
Even though it's less busy.
Way less busy, way less work put into it for sure.
But yeah, man, it's that's just it's a record. I think we talked about it. One of the most famous album covers of all time. Anything else you want to touch on before we kick it to Twitch, man?
No, man, I'm good.
Any questions in the chat here that you want us to touch on? What What happened to the Darkness LP?
Glare.
Yeah, the glare was
Glare.
awful. There's a, and I will probably live stream this, y'all, in the next week or two. There's a big record store, one of the biggest in the country, called Josie's
Yep.
Records, that's in Dallas, about 30 minutes from us. They got a lot of awesome original like posters that I'd like to pick up and kind of
Put around here.
totally revitalize this behind us. And I'll stream it too, because if you've never been, it's one of the biggest record stores like by square foot in the entire country, man. They got so much
it's
cool stuff. So anyways, man, which version are we going to be listening to whenever we go over there, the remix or the original? I might pull the remix up. I like the stereo version of Sgt. Pepper's. I'm pretty sure that Spotify has that on there. So probably going to do that. Trying to think, man. Let me drop the link in here for our Twitch listening party, and we'll be good to go. Want me to design it, dude? I would take you up on that.
I was going to
Brian.
say I've wanted to redo that. Not me, of course, Brian. You know that would turn out disastrous. But yeah, because we're going to actually kick off a website by probably the start of August, middle of August, that we're working on. Well, we're not working on it, but we'll have it worked on. It's going to house like Trey's music reviews. He has him rate your music in his letterbox, and Gina's a book reader. She reads 100 books a year. Well, more than that.
Mhm.
That's going to be on there. A lot of different stuff on there.
Man.
We're probably going to do
Ramping up.
an
It's
exclusive series on there of videos too. So anyway, that's coming. So in that, we do probably need that redone.
No, man. So 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in this place. If you haven't ever been, I put the link in the chat, y'all. Head over to Twitch. We'll be going
It's
live
easy.
in about 5 minutes.
2 seconds to sign in. We can play this. If we try to play this on
Yeah,
YouTube,
it'd
we'd
be-
already be done.
Getting chopped. And
I don't know what next week is yet. We're not going to do the video on YouTube and this Q&A. We'll just do a live listening party on Twitch. We'll talk about what that's going to be. But 2 weeks from now, Magical Mystery Tour. 2 weeks from that, the White Album, which, whew,
Buckle up, man.
buckle up. We got to buckle up when we film that bad boy.
No, what y'all can throw some ideas out for what we maybe want to listen to or a group next week, and I'll
We'll talk about it over on Twitch.
throw up a poll on Patreon, man. If you guys, even if you sign up for $1, man, you get a bunch of early access. You can vote on polls for stuff we do for the listening parties. We appreciate all of y'all
Definitely,
doing
man,
that,
for
man.
sure.
But we'll sign off from here, man. Really, thank you guys for this community.
Definitely, man.
We wouldn't be here, obviously, if people didn't watch.
Not at all, man.
Much appreciated to everybody for showing out, and we'll see you over on Twitch, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to argue. Let's go.